Hey everyone, welcome back to WikiDollar, your go-to channel for in-depth finance analysis and the latest market news. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest stories shaking up the global energy sector, the swirling rumors about Shell planning to acquire BP. If you've been following the headlines, you know there's been a lot of speculation lately. Reports started making waves after the Wall Street Journal revealed that Shell and BP might be in early talks about a potential $80 billion deal. A move that, if true, would create a super major oil powerhouse to rival even the likes of ExxonMobil and Chevron. But before you start imagining a new oil giant dominating the world markets, let's break down what's really happening. And more importantly, why Shell is going out of its way to deny these rumors. The rumor mill, how did it start? It all kicked off when sources familiar with the matter told major outlets that Shell was engaged in preliminary discussions to acquire BP. This news sent BP's shares jumping, closing nearly 1.64% higher in daily trading. Investors everywhere started speculating. Could this be the next big merger in the oil world? But just as quickly as the rumors spread, Shell stepped in to set the record straight. Shell's official response, setting the record straight. Within hours of the report, Shell released a clear and direct statement. They said, and I quote, Shell wishes to clarify that it has not been actively considering making an offer for BP and confirms it has no intention of making an offer for BP. That's about as direct as it gets. Shell's statement is more than just PR. Under the UK Takeover Code, when a company makes such a declaration, it's legally binding. This means Shell cannot make another bid for BP for at least 6 months, unless certain conditions change, like another bidder entering the scene. Why is Shell emphasizing this denial? So, why is Shell being so emphatic? There are a few key reasons. Investor confidence. When rumors of a massive merger hit the market, it can cause wild swings in share prices and uncertainty among investors. By issuing a strong denial, Shell is trying to maintain stability and reassure shareholders that there's no secret deal brewing behind closed doors. Regulatory compliance. The UK Takeover Code requires companies to be transparent about their intentions. A clear denial helps Shell avoid any regulatory headaches or accusations of misleading the market. Market positioning. Both Shell and BP are under pressure to perform, especially as competitors like ExxonMobil and Chevron ramp up oil and gas output. BP, in particular, has been underperforming compared to its rivals, and its new CEO, Murray Auchincloss, is focused on boosting performance and responding to activist investors. Strategic focus. BP recently announced it would increase oil and gas spending by about 20% and cut renewable investment by 70%, a major shift from its earlier climate pledges. Shell, on the other hand, may not want to get entangled in BP's strategic overhaul at this moment. What does this mean for investors and the oil industry? For investors, the takeaway is clear. Don't get swept up by every market rumor. Shell's denial has put a temporary lid on the speculation, but the fact that such rumors gain traction shows just how much pressure there is in the oil sector to consolidate and compete on a global scale. BP's share price may have gotten a short-term boost, but both companies are likely to continue focusing on their own strategies for now. However, if another bidder emerges for BP, Shell could revisit the idea, but for at least the next 6 months, this story is on pause. Final thoughts. So there you have it, the real story behind the Shell and BP acquisition rumors. Shell isn't buying BP, at least not anytime soon, and both companies are sticking to their own game plans as they navigate a rapidly changing energy landscape. If you found this analysis helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to WikiDollar, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest finance and market news. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think a Shell-BP merger could still happen in the future? How would it reshape the oil industry? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.